welcome to another episode of Forever Stranded with Arturio Emerys. So we're sneaking up on winter again, so I've ripped the vanilla crops out, and I'm in the middle of upgrading and expanding the base and making improvements. Underneath the planting areas, there's smooth sandstone underneath all of the dirt. But under most of the sand out here, it's just sand. So if I tunnel under the base, it basically all collapses. So what I'm trying to do is a little bit at a time. This kind of shows I've done about this area here. And then almost all of everything over on this side is all smooth sandstone with sand on top of it. I changed this a little bit. That seems to work a little better. It's not terribly fast, but it does work. I was going to do something with the dirt, and I can't think of what I was going to do, but we'll worry about that later. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I've been stashing cactus in here in my water production system. And you know what, let's go make it daytime before I do this. I see a witch over there. And we'll just make it daytime and get rid of some of these threats while I work really close to the fence line without a fence. One of the things that I've done is the 2 rows out here, I've put snad down. And that is so that basically this will grow quickly and this becomes my cactus farm. And I'll talk about the tree farm. That was predictable. All right, there's a way to deal with this relatively quickly, or relatively easily. You just kind of lure them to their death. There. Once they're around the corner, they're pretty much done for. Now there is one guy over there, but I think I'm okay. Yeah, I lost my helmet. It was nearly broken. There we go. Okay. So where were we? All right, we'll break that right there so that I have a line between the snad and the sand. Alrighty. There we go. Okay. So, like I said, this will become my new cactus farm here. And I'll put the rest of this cactus away and then we'll get started talking about the developments since the last episode. So the tree farm. I got tired of nursing it. So I put an RF engine in it and have hooked it up to some transfer pipes so that it's automatically fed with saplings and axes. and it gets power from below. This provides a little bit of power, but 2 solar panels only provide so much power, and they don't provide any at night. So going down here, I periodically clean this out and take the rotten flesh and make dirt out of it. And I've started to hollow all of this out. So every place that had smooth sandstone above, that's basically what you see here. So this is what I've devised for powering the tree farm. It takes 3 Stirling generators for supplemental power because, like I said, those solar panels don't produce enough power to keep it running. The capacitor that I made earlier is right there. And, you know, it fluctuates. Sometimes it's a little higher, sometimes it's a little lower. But that basically just provides a power buffer so that the tree farm doesn't stutter. So the transfer node pulling from the chopper puts the saplings, the logs, and the apples here. And the logs are pulled out and go into an alloy smelter. And I know that may seem a little weird, but it'll do more at a time than one. I could probably put something else there, some other type of furnace. I used the alloy furnace to make a lot of the conduit. So you have to have an alloy furnace for that. The charcoal that gets produced is pulled out into this basic drawer. And it's fed into these Stirling generators that have the magic capacitors that I got out of the pyramid. So saplings get recirculated to make sure that it's always full of saplings, and apples just kind of sit there. I've used a drawer key to lock these so that those are the only things that'll go in there, and this works relatively well. This probably won't be my long-term power solution, but until I can get something else going, this is workable. So I can come over here and I can take charcoal. I've got setups here for, you know, making hammers and, you know, refilling my... I set up this cooling system here, and so I can just kind of walk right there and it will cool. Fairly quickly. There we go. So that should be at a level 4. Yep, level 4. So this setup over here is for processing and sifting. So this chest gets charcoal. There's transfer node that pulls out and feeds all these Stirling generators. Some of them have capacitors, some of them don't. It just, you know, I only have so many. I can make the low-level capacitors, but the low-level ones don't do anything, if I remember. Yeah, these don't do anything. These are just ingredients for making other things. The double-layer capacitor increases energy storage and the range, and then the octadic capacitor increases it even more, but I'm nowhere near to the point of being able to make this. The vibrant alloy, you need ender pearls, and I just don't have a source of them yet. So let's see. So here is my sieve, and right now it's not running. So meshes go in here, they get automatically fed. The output comes here. And this isn't automated yet. It will be automated at some point. It's just not yet. I have this set up to automatically produce sand and a little bit of gravel. And yeah, there's no gravel over there at the moment. So I can get this going and get back to, yeah, I don't have any ores to process at the moment. Let's see. And, you know, this is manual for now. Actually, it's probably faster to do it this way for this small amount. But eventually this will all get automated. It's right now I've been very low on iron because of the making the hoppers, which may not have been the best way to go. The hoppers and each of these pieces of equipment takes a fair amount of iron, so I'm low on iron at the moment. Yeah, actually, yeah, okay, I've got a little bit, just a little bit. So I started to set up for producing lava in quantity. I'm just not there yet. There's all kinds of things I have to do, and most of my plans rely on having a larger space. At some point, once I get a system designed that's all completely automated for ore processing, one of two things is going to happen. All of this is going to get moved over by the tree farm because that's my source of power right now, or this will get redesigned and we'll have some other form of power system. I may do lava power for a while, but not necessarily forever. There may be other power systems later. Some people do big reactors, and I've never messed with big reactors much. Maybe it's time I started messing with big reactors, but I don't know. We'll see. Yes, I know I can make lunch pails and lunch bags and make that a little easier, but for now it's fine. Okay. So yeah, I'm out of ice cubes and I accidentally made a whole bunch of chests. So if I want a helmet, I need to do this. So at some point I need to see if the old trick still works, where you can make kind of like an artificial tree farm, sort of like I did in Galactic Science 1. But again, there's so much to do, and you know, I'm just trying to get to everything as I can. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to preempt the gravel. There, and now this will start sieving the leaves, and I should hopefully get ice cubes and slimes. You know, I'm just being a little cautious. There we go. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Okay, that works. And what's left of this I'll put in here. And I was going to look at the quest book real quick and see if there's stuff that I can get done. Spawnville. Oh, wait, I totally forgot. There is one other thing I want to talk about before I try and knock a quest out. I don't know if you noticed in my inventory, but I don't have any emeralds. And the reason I don't have any emeralds is because I've been using them to buy the crops. So now I have one of every Pam's Harvest crop Pam's Harvest Craft crops, with the exception of sunflowers. Apparently, for some reason, the marketplace does not have sunflowers in it. I don't know why, but it doesn't. I also bought a couple more trees. I guess I did those in a previous episode, but I bought an olive tree. So now I'll get olives, which I can make oil out of. That's interesting. There we go. Okay. So I can make cooking oil. And then with cooking oil, there's all kinds of stuff I can make. So, yeah, mustard. I haven't made any mustard yet. Yeah, it opens up a lot of options for me. And ideally, what I'm looking for is 12 different types of food that I can relatively easily mass produce, that are the best food possible, so that I can restore my health quickly. And I don't necessarily have to have the absolute best food. I just need lots of options of good food so that when I go assault the city, I'm in good shape. And you know what? I could upgrade that, but I don't know. It's working. So right now I have it just doing cobblestone because it saves a step, and the cobblestone produces more sand than gravel. But if I cook the cobblestone into stone and pulverize that, you get more gravel than sand. So it's just none of this is automated yet, so everything I'm doing by hand. So until I get it all automated, I'm just kind of trying to do whatever is the least amount of work. There. All right. Quest book. Most of these I can do now. I just have to have a reason to. Villagers. Now that I've bought pretty much everything that I need to buy with Pam's Harvest Craft from the marketplace, I can start accumulating emeralds that will let me do that one. And then once I have one spawn egg, I can turn it in and get extra lifeblood crystals, which would be nice. These extra lives, I don't know what these are for. If you're not playing hardcore, I don't think they serve a purpose. So anyway. Let's see. Over here, I'm very pleased to say I am almost done with this. I got all the zombies. I got all the skeletons. Once I got a bow and arrow, I basically waited for nighttime and was just kind of sniping skeletons with a bow and arrow. And I got lucky. I found a compressed skeleton and I killed him and then killed almost all of the 9 that spawned from him. So spiders, creepers. I got all the creepers. I don't have any endermen. Every time I've tried to kill an enderman, I died. So they are tough. 5 machine frames, a crystal growth crystal. 2 loot chests, 10 footlongs, and 2 item placeholders. The diamond apple, the emerald apple. Okay, those may have been disabled in the game. I think they decided it was too overpowering. Yeah, I don't know why. So what we were going to look at, there's this one, which in theory I could do. I could go make some rabbits and start breeding them, but you know, we'll do this later. But there's this temperature regulator, which requires more coolers. So I'll need some diamonds. Okay, I think what I'm looking for is upstairs. Let's see if I can remember how this works. Oops, I made too many. Or not enough, depending on your point of view. All right. Now, that's half of it. So I need an iron generator, which is not terribly difficult. But I need the heating coils, which means I need blaze rods. And I have blaze powder. And what I suspect is the simple way of doing this is not going to work. Nope. So I do indeed have to build a compressor. A blaze rod, compressed blaze rods. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, just a normal compressor. Which means I need to make an electronic circuit. Oh boy, this is getting convoluted. Okay, tree tap. So if I understand correctly, that gave me 3. Is that all you get is 3? Oh. Oh boy, this is going to be a long process. I'm going to need more rubber trees. And I think I have to smelt that. 1. Oh. Okay, regulator's going to be off camera. Electronic circuit, I need, yeah, that's 1 for 1 also. Okay, so I'm going to need tin snips, which I think initially I'm going to have to make some kind of hammer, a blacksmith's hammer or something. Yeah, there's going to be a lot that's going to happen. I think we're going to call it an episode there. I think this may have run a little longer than I intended. I hope you all enjoyed it and got something useful out of it. And if you did, it would be great if you could leave a like on the video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, it'd be even better if you could subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them on YouTube and I will respond to them when I can. Thank you for watching. This is Arturio Emerys signing out.